What is up, guys? Wrestling Premiere is here. Last video was 3 days ago. I was obviously intending to upload yesterday. I did have the video finished, Christian. I opted to keep it for later this week. I wanted to prevent myself from overworking. But yeah, another Takeover show has come and gone. I was intending to do Takeover Night 1 also, but like I said, I just opted to do some future projects instead. But I'll give a quick rundown of Night 1 here. My favorite match was definitely Walter versus Ciampa. That was impressive as hell. It was just a brutal affair. Both guys just wanted to kill each other. It was a full-on fight. MSK winning the tag titles, I honestly got caught off guard. I thought the Grizzled Young Vets were going to win it. It was a cool moment to see them win it. I'm looking forward to their tag team run. And the main event, Raquel, I kind of expected it to happen, but I thought the match was going to last a bit longer. Felt a bit rushed, but they were good regardless. There were some good-ass matches, and the one that sticks out in my mind was Walter and Ciampa. That was a favorite of mine regardless of what night we're talking about. As for this one, it was an actual takeover. The 15-plus minute matches. And expecting Takeover to be a good show is about as likely as Daniel Bryan involving himself in singles matches. So right now, let's get into it. Before the official show, Breezango challenged Drake, Maverick, and Killian Dain. Winner gets to face MSK for the titles. This was a decent match. It wasn't anything standout, but for a pre-show match, yeah, it's cool. I gotta mention the fact that Drake and Killian Dain did actually face MSK during the Dusty Cup. And they're obviously gonna lose to MSK because there's no way in hell those two are gonna lose the title so soon. As for Breezango, I think they're a talented team, and it was so cool seeing them win the tag titles, but it ain't their time now. But they probably will face MSK in the future. It'll probably be a cool-ass match, but for now, it's going to be Killian Dain and Drake Maverick, and that in itself sounds like a good match. The first match was for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Santos Escobar, the champions, Jordan Devlin, the champ, in a ladder match. Unification, obviously. It was a WrestleMania 10 situation. That one guy left with the title, and the other one won the belt in a tournament or a battle royal. Devlin was stuck in Ireland for most of the year, and this led to Escobar winning the title. I found it very cool that HBK randomly came out and tossed the ladder into the ring, basically implying that they should have a ladder match. Yeah, that's how the match was made. So initially they did some mat wrestling, stuff you'd see in the singles match. Took a while for them to utilize ladders. And I didn't feel it stand out amongst ladder matches, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a great match. The spots themselves aren't pretty impressive, like the excellent moonsault off the top of the ladder. It was awesome, and it would have scored the W if Escobar's buddies didn't interfere. The Spanish fly off the ladder also sticks out in my mind, but the best damn part, and I didn't expect this honestly, was the ending. First of all, I had Devlin winning both titles. I thought since he was the original champ, he's going to win it. Add to that, his title reign was over 400 days. Yeah, I was under the belief that he was going to score that W. But I was wrong, and Escobar headbutted him into oblivion before retrieving the titles. It's a great match in my eyes. Like I said, it wasn't outstanding stuff for me, but I was impressed. The moonsault, the headbutt, they stick out for me, and I look forward to seeing what Santos Escobar does from here on. The next match was for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. The Way challenged the champs Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. Okay, new titles, new champs. This one was my least favorite match on the show, but that's irrelevant because it wasn't even close to bad. It was kind of good. So the challengers quickly assaulted Blackheart, forcing her to their corner. They isolated her, tagging in and out, and it took a bit for Moon to get that tag. And once she did, the match kicked up a notch. Bunch of aerial moves, crossbody, suicide dives. It was pretty damn fast, and a little double team from Hartwell and LeRae got me thinking this is it, but it clearly wasn't. Despite everything that team threw at the champs, it wasn't enough for the W. It wasn't bad, it was decent. One thing to know is that Blackheart is literally trying to kill herself with some dives. She's gotta take it a little easy. Other than that suicide dive, like I said, it wasn't a bad match, but it doesn't stand out amongst any other matches during Takeover. Next match was for the NXT North American Championship. Johnny Gargano defends against Bronson Reed. So you may know that Reed had to win a gauntlet match on night 1. That match was pretty good, but since this is Gargano and Takeover, you know what that means. But I will say, however, that this was arguably the weakest match of his on Takeover. My eyes, keyword. My opinion. As for Reed, I thought he had a chance, which is always a good thing, It adds to the match. And initially, Gargano took advantage of the abdominal area. Because of this, even when he was on offense, Bronson Reed struggled. There was some back and forth action. Reed always attempts to go up top, but finds nobody. Gargano was quick with his offense, and then Austin Theory got involved. He gets his ass beaten in the ring. Bronson Reed continues struggling with the ribs. He made it worse when he attempted a moonsault, and Gargano took advantage and hit 2-1 final beats to retain the title. Good match. There was this one moment that I loved when Gargano was going to go for a super kick. My favorite part of the match was when Gargano fooled Reed into thinking he's going to kick him in the face, instead opting for his ribcage area. I thought that was cool. Like I said, I actually thought Reed had a chance at winning this. As for Gargano, I don't know where the hell he's going from here on. But if Reed were to win this, I think it could have opened up more possibilities. But he looked good in defeat, so there's that, and who knows, he might win the title eventually. The next match was for the NXT Championship. Finn Balor defends the gold against Karrion Kross. Okay, this match was cool. Why? Well, it was a full-on fight. I expected it to be, and it was just that. Initially, Finn continuously provoked Kross, leading to a monster unleashed. Because of this, he has to isolate a body part, that being the arm. Finn was very intelligent during the match. He evaded Kross's attacks and was very persistent on offense. Finn just managed to piss off the monster. Kross essentially no-sold the coup de grace. He turned it up to 11 and brought even more intensity than previously, destroying Finn's neck in the process to become champ. It was probably one of the best matches, probably the best match Kross had in NXT. It was a good way of reestablishing him as the guy to beat. Some people were excited to see him as champ, but others say Karrion Kross is this generic big guy. They don't feel that he adds anything to the table. For me, he's just there. He isn't nothing special. Maybe I don't see it yet. Who knows? Well, when you look at it from a different perspective, there's only one other guy that could have taken the title off of Finn Balor, that being Kyle O'Reilly. Obviously, Walter doesn't like living in America, so there's that. But like I said, the match reestablished Kross as a monster. He made his comeback. As for Finn, it honestly can go a few ways. A feud with Walter is there for the taking. Main roster return, perhaps. I mean, when you look at his run there, it wasn't exactly bad. It was upper mid-card, but I feel with this Prince character, they should push him harder if he was to get called up. Yeah, if he goes up to the main roster, I hope it's all well. Good match overall, and I'm interested in seeing where Finn goes from here on. Why? Because he had a superb run as NXT champion. He is the guy down there in NXT, and if he was to go back to the main roster, I hope he does well. And the main event, Kyle O'Reilly faces his old buddy Adam Cole. So these guys are the best of buddies, but now they're attempting to murder each other, and it was probably the right choice for this to main event because the guys had an on-off relationship for over 10 years. The feud itself was very personal. I don't need to mention it. You've seen the build-up. You've seen the insanity that led to this match. I should note that it's unsanctioned. Also, Adam Cole's song sucks. I'd say Kyle O'Reilly's song's much better, but Cole's, it's just forgettable, honestly. Right out of the gate, they got violent. There was no feeling out process, none of that. O'Reilly's aggressive offense got the best of him when that left arm was targeted. The attack on O'Reilly lasted for several minutes. He got zero offense in until the adrenaline kicked in. Utilization of chairs, then a chain that damn near broke Kyle's neck. Despite the fact that Cole tried murdering him with chairs, Kyle O'Reilly felt remorse over a brainbuster spot on the steps. It almost cost him, but he righted the ship with a suplex on top of the announce table. Cole was more sneaky in his approach, whacking his old friend with a TV. And O'Reilly's storyline was not medically cleared to compete, yet was valiant in dishing out punishment himself. As for Cole, heartless individual who at one point was ready to snap that neck, but the ref annoyed him. So he whooped his ass. Panama Sunrise would have scored the W, but ref is down from there and escalated further with O'Reilly dropping Cole through the stage. He took most of the damage and Cole ended up hitting the brainbuster right onto the steps. Things were looking pretty dark at this point, but again, Kyle barely kicked out. Exposed knee wasn't to be because O'Reilly lacked the energy to keep himself up. Second attempt turns into a submission hold. Cole's writhing in pain, but a chain shot stops him dead in his tracks. Sunrise goes south. O'Reilly unleashes hell with a brutal knee to the neck, but again, it ain't enough. There was some back and forth action, slow action I should note, and it took a chained high knee from the top through a chair in order to give Kyle O'Reilly the W. I honestly can't believe this match went 40 minutes. I did feel it went a bit long, but they kind of deserved it. You know, this story, it's been brewing for very long. Kyle O'Reilly, this guy, I'm with him. I hope he dethrones Karrion Kross to win the title. I don't know if it's going to happen. One can only hope, right? As for Adam Cole, he's got to get called up, honestly. He's got to go up to the main roster because, well, he's done everything there is to do in NXT. There is, of course, an excellent reason why he should stay in NXT. Like I said, he did all that there is to do, and he's just got to go up. With that said, match was excellent. It was everything you'd want it to be in PG WWE, I guess. I mean, blood would have added to it, but hey, it is what it is. And that's NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. I was entertained throughout the show. Main event was definitely the match of the night for me. It was very intense. It was a brutal affair. Kyle O'Reilly, I hope he gets a push. I hope he wins that title eventually. Balor and Karrion Kross was good. I liked it. Some didn't. Some didn't due to the results, but hey, all good things must come to an end. What did you guys think of NXT TakeOver? Please comment down below. And that's it for this video. Make sure you hit a coup de grace on the like button and perhaps the Panama Sunrise on the subscribe button. Peace. I'm out.